Today we're seeing what would happen if the NFL playoffs were in the NBA format. So instead of a single game elimination, it'll be a 7-game series. And also we'll have a play-in tournament for the teams that didn't make it in the playoffs in real life to actually have a chance now in this video. Let's look at the playoff bracket real quick. It's going to be the same matchup except for the play-in tournament. The Dolphins, Colts, and Bengals, Seahawks, Cardinals, and Falcons get another chance to make it in. So the very first game of this video is going to be the Green Bay Packers versus Seattle Seahawks. Winner of this game will automatically get into the playoffs, while the loser will still have one more chance to get in. Halftime, the Seahawks are barely up 14-10. The Packers go down and get a touchdown, and in the fourth quarter they get a field goal, so now they're up by 6 points. Get the ball right back and run some time off, so they do end up winning this game of 20-14 and getting in the playoffs. The play-in tournament is a little confusing, so let me explain. Next we'll have the Cardinals and Falcons. Whoever loses the game is out of it entirely. Whoever wins it has to go up against the Seattle Seahawks now to get into the last spot. Yes, I know it's confusing, but I didn't make it up. Halftime, the Falcons are winning just barely 10-6. They both exchange touchdowns and the time is running out, so the Falcons are probably going to win this, and yes, they do. Michael Penix Jr. has another chance to get into the playoffs in his rookie season. This is for the final playoff spot in the NFC. The Seahawks are winning 17-6. I doubt the Falcons can come back from it, and no, they cannot. The Seattle Seahawks make it into the playoffs who originally weren't in there. Switch over to the AFC side. We have the Broncos and Bengals going up against each other. It's a tie game here at halftime, 10-10. The Bengals go ahead and kick a field goal entering the fourth quarter, but the Broncos score a touchdown right back, so the Broncos just barely end up winning this game 17-13. That means the Broncos are in once again to play the Bills. Then we have the Colts and Dolphins. It's hard to think that both of these teams had quarterback issues, but are still so close to making it into the playoffs. They're heading into the fourth quarter. The Dolphins are winning 21-17, and then drop down to score again, so they are going to win this game of 28-23. All they need to do now is beat the Bengals to get in the playoffs, and let me tell you, either one of these teams that get in, they're going to be pretty dangerous. Tied at 14-14. Bengals go down, score a field goal, but late in the fourth quarter, the Dolphins get a touchdown to be up by 4 points. Irv is trying to drive the Bengals down to get a last-second touchdown, and they cannot. That's absolutely devastating for the Bengals team. They had 2 chances to get in the playoffs and still couldn't do it, while on the other side, the Dolphins are making it in as a 10th seed. So now that the crappy play-in tournament is done, we can actually get to the real team. Here's what our brackets look like. We're going to go ahead and hop in probably one of the best matchups here. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just the rivalry in general is going to be great. I'm expecting the Ravens to take the first 2 games in Baltimore, and they did the first one, but actually the second one, Steelers kind of blew them out, winning by 20 points. In Pittsburgh now, the Ravens do take game 3, but the Steelers blow them out once again in game 4. Going to the series, I thought the Ravens actually might sweep them, but it looks like we have a pretty good series here. Game 5, the Ravens are winning, entering the fourth quarter, go and score another field goal up by 14 points, so they end up winning this game. All they need to do is win one more, and they'll be good to go to the next round. Very close game here in the fourth quarter is tied up 10-10. The Ravens go down and score a field goal. Can the Steelers go down and score at any points to keep their hopes alive? And they do score a touchdown. The Ravens are driving down in field goal range. Can they get the field goal off? And they can. What a game 6 we are having right now. The Ravens have the ball, can't score. The Steelers can't either. The Ravens have it back and do end up scoring a field goal to win 19-16. Moving on to the second round. Our first full series of this video, we couldn't ask for better. Next matchup we're going into is the Broncos versus the Bills. I'll be very surprised if the Bills don't end up sweeping the Broncos in this series. Buffalo does end up winning this first game, but it's only 9-3, so maybe it's going to be a lot closer than we think. Second game, the Bills do win once again, but it's only about 1 point, so we got to give credit to the Denver Broncos. At least they're trying to put up a fight. And they get another win, so the Broncos down 3-0 right now. Even though I highly doubt the Broncos are going to come back from that, they are still showing fight and winning game 4. Blow out the Bills in game 5 as well in Buffalo. Wait, what is happening right now? Are the Broncos actually about to come back and eliminate Josh Allen and the Bills in round 1? Entering the fourth quarter of game 6, the Broncos are winning once again and scoring another touchdown. They're going to end up winning game 6, and we're going into a game 7 after the Bills had a 3-0 lead. That's how the Bills are winning, but only by 7 points though, 14-7. But now get another touchdown, but the Broncos get one as well, and another one. It is a tie game now. The Broncos have the ball with the 55 seconds left. We have to hop in this game. On a 3rd and 6, Bo Nix takes a snap, looks around, has plenty of time in the pocket, looks to run up the middle. Just like that, Josh Allen and the Bills are about to get the ball with 24 seconds left. The punter had a terrible kick, and the Bills are going to start on their own 45-yard line with 19 seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Allen gets this team in field goal range. He did a decent pickup on this very first play though. Throw it to the tight end, and he gets to the 40-yard line, and they use this first time out. All of that fight that the Denver Broncos came in the series, and it's really going to come down to this. 14 seconds left on the clock. They come out in run formation. Yes, they do run it with James Cook, and he gets to about the line of scrimmage. I guess they just really trust in their field goal kicker right now. 5 seconds left. This to send the Buffalo Bills to the second round. It is up, and it is good. The Bills are facing the Ravens in the second round. Oh my God, the Denver Broncos almost pulled off the unthinkable, being down 3-0 in the series, but come up just short. Next series I thought was going to be decently close as well in the Eagles and Packers. But honestly, the Eagles dominated this whole series, and the Packers only won 1 game. So in just 5 games, the Eagles move on to the second round. Stay in the NFC for the Commanders and Buccaneers. Buccaneers. Honestly, I think this is going to be one of the best matchups. The game was close in real life. Also, they're both close overall. It's at 85 and 86. The first two games will be in Tampa. The Commanders actually ended up winning the first one. But then in game two, the Buccaneers came back and won that one. So we're going to Washington with the series all tied up. They split both of these games with Washington winning the first one, and then the Tampa Bay winning the second. I told you guys it's going to be a really good season. And in the game five, we're all tied up, and it's a very close game, and the Commanders end up winning this one 10-7. All they need to do is win one more. They're heading back to Washington as well, so the game should be in their favor. Commanders are winning at halftime 14-3. The Buccaneers go down and score a field goal. So the Bucs are down at 8 points, so only a one-score game with 18 seconds left. Let's hop in and see if Baker Mayfield can pull off a miracle to stay in the series. 4th and 4, so they first need to pick up this first down. Baker Mayfield scrambles out to the right and ends up getting sacked, so that will be game. Commanders win it in 6 games and move on to the next round. I went ahead and did the games where the first seed was playing the 8th seed because I really didn't think it would be close, and I was kind of right. The first seeded Lions beat the Seahawks 4-1, and then the Chiefs ended up sweeping the Dolphins 4-0. Now we only have 2 matchups remaining in the first round. The first one's going to be the Chargers and Texans, where the Texans win both of their home games in Houston, and the Chargers win both of their home games in LA. So it's a tied series 2-2 going in game 5. The Texans end up bouncing back and winning. All they need to do is get a win in LA, and the Chargers really don't have a home field advantage as we know in real life. Entering the fourth quarter is a tied game 10-10. The Texans must have got a safety because they got 2 more points, and they end up winning off of their safety as well. He moves on to the second round to face the Kansas City Chiefs. It wasn't like either of these teams were winning the next round anyway. And the last matchup is the Rams versus Vikings, and it must be something about this 4 and 5th seed. They have big time home advantage because the same thing happened in this series. The Rams won both of their home games, and the Vikings won both of theirs, so this series is tied 2-2 as well. We're back in LA, and in the fourth quarter, the Vikings are actually winning 21-14. They go down and score another touchdown, about 14 points, and another one. Rams are not coming back from this one, and the Vikings end up winning big time, 35-14. Rams are winning 14-10 and score another touchdown. The Vikings are trying to fight back, go down and get another touchdown with a 2-point version, but they end up losing this game, so it looks like we're going to have to go to game 7. In this elimination game, the Rams start off strong with a 10-0 lead. The Vikings do respond back with 2 touchdowns on their own, so they're up by 4 points. Have the ball with a minute left here, so they're trying to run out clock, and they do end up winning this game 14-10 and also this series. So Minnesota is moving on to face their NFC North rivalries in the Detroit Lions. That's going to be a very fun matchup. Honestly, I think that's the only thing that didn't happen in real life that happened in this video, so hey, at least we got something different, I guess. So here's what our second round matchups look like, and honestly, all of these are very exciting. You got Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. You got 2 division rival games in Lions versus Vikings, Commanders versus the Eagles. The only one I'm not excited about is Chiefs versus Texans, so we're going to go ahead and get that one out of the way. And the Chiefs end up sweeping the Houston Texans. That's right, they win all 4 games. Texans didn't win a single win, and this is exactly why I wasn't excited about this matchup. Now it's time to hop into the juicy matchups. Which one do we want to go in first? Let's do the Commanders and Eagles. In this first game, it is all tied up heading into the fourth quarter, 10-10. The Eagles go down and get a field goal with about 55 seconds left, and that's going to end up giving them the game-winning win. They win game 2 as well, and it was not even close. Maybe in Washington, the Commanders will have a better chance since they're at home, and no, they end up losing game 3 as well. Wow. The Eagles actually about to sweep the Commanders. I was actually very hyped for this matchup because I thought it was going to be close. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders try to fight back, winning game 4, but ultimately it was just too much of a hill to climb, and they end up losing game 5. And the Philadelphia Eagles beat them 4 games to win. The Eagles are moving on to the NFC Championship game. We're really about to get the exact same Super Bowl. Chiefs and Eagles again, aren't we? With that series being a blowout, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions and Vikings isn't a blowout either, so let's go ahead and get that one done. The Lions absolutely dominated the Vikings in the first game, but the second game, they do bounce back and end up winning this one 27-24 in overtime. Okay, we might have a series. Let's calm down a little bit. Entering the fourth quarter, the Lions are up by 10 points. Let's see if the Minnesota Vikings can battle back. No, they cannot, so they end up losing game 1 at home, and then their second game at home as well. Maybe this isn't a good series after all, because all the Lions need to do is win one more game and it's over. But the Vikings are actually fighting this game here up against the Detroit Lions, get another touchdown, and it looks like they're going to win this game, and yes, they do, 21-10. The series is still pretty close. The Lions are only winning by 1 game, 3-2. Let's see if the Vikings can end up tying things up here, and they are winning at halftime at 17-7. The Lions go down to get a touchdown and a field goal, so it's a tied game going into overtime now. The Lions go down to get a touchdown. The Vikings need to score here if they want to keep their hopes alive, and they do not. So Sam Darnold and the Vikings are kicked out as the Detroit Lions move on to the NFC Championship game. And in this division round, we have one more matchup left, which might be the best one the whole video. We have the Ravens and Lamar Jackson going up against the Bills and Josh Allen. Entering the fourth quarter of game 1, the Ravens are up pretty big and end up scoring again. Yeah, it looks like they're going to end up being Buffalo inside of Buffalo 2 in game 1. Josh Allen can't win the second game. They might be in trouble of being swept. This is a tied game, and they're going into overtime. The Ravens go down and get a field goal, but Josh Allen goes down to get a touchdown, so it's a tied series 1-1. Same exact thing happens in Baltimore too. Ravens end up winning the third game, and the Buffalo Bills end up winning the fourth game. We are tied 2-2. Halftime, the Bills haven't even scored yet, and the Ravens are winning 14-0. Okay, they finally get a touchdown now, only down by 7 7 points. But the Ravens get the ball back and run a lot of time off the clock, and they end up winning this game of 14-7 going back into Baltimore. Entering halftime, the Ravens are up only by 3 points, 10-7. Bills must have got a safety because they got 2 more points and then scored a field goal as well. They're up by 2, but the Ravens are moving the ball downfield and get a field goal. They're kind of going back and forth now. All the Ravens need to do is run timeout and kick a field goal. They do kick a field goal with 59 seconds left. We got to hop in this game and see if Josh Allen can keep this Bills team alive. 55 seconds left, a little play action pass. Josh Allen is going to run up in the pocket and get about to the 45-yard line. That would be good if they needed a field goal, but they need a touchdown. They're down by 4 points. Up to the line, 39 seconds left. Josh Allen just checks it down and gets about 6 yards, and that's it. You get the ball rolling quick here. Josh Allen almost got sacked. He breaks out of it, and then he gets sacked again. Why not throw the ball away? You just lost about 12 yards and lost time. I don't have any timeouts. I have 20 seconds left. Basically need a miracle now to end up winning this game. They take the snap. Josh Allen looks around and has some time in the pocket. Got to roll out to the right. Still looking downfield. Are you going to throw it away this time? And yes, he does, finally. 4th and 16 now. I would be very shocked if they end up pulling this game out so far. Josh Allen is having all time in the pocket. Legit. He put all the clock down and then throw an interception. Josh Allen, what the heck was that? So that means the Ravens end up winning the series in 6 games and move on to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes, a very interesting matchup always. And then we have the Lions versus Eagles. That will be really good as well. That's actually the first matchup we're going to hop into here. All this was going to end up being a good series anyways, but the Philadelphia Eagles win the first 3 games. So all they need to do is win 1 more and they're going on to the Super Bowl. 4th quarter though, they're actually losing by 10 points. They go down to get a field goal and they actually do lose this game of 17-10. So maybe the Detroit Lions can come back and make a fight, but it's got to start with them getting a win inside of Philadelphia, something they haven't done yet. Entering the 4th quarter is a tie game. The Eagles go down to get a touchdown and they're going to win with that touchdown 17-10. So the Philadelphia Eagles are back in the Super Bowl once again. What did I tell you guys? Legit, they played 3 rounds and only lost 1 game in each of those rounds. I mean, I guess if anybody could do it, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see if they end up winning the AFC Championship game and make it to the Super Bowl against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. The first game is inside Kansas City and the Ravens are currently blowing the Chiefs out and end up winning this game of 27-14. Honestly, I was kind of scared that they were going to get swept versus the Chiefs, but hey, it looks like they're going to hold their own in the series. The Ravens are winning once again, but only by 7 points this time. Getting a touchdown, the Chiefs score right back, but don't have time, so the Ravens are up 2-0 against the Chiefs right now. I did not see this coming in a million years, especially in Kansas City as well. In Baltimore now for game 3, the Ravens are winning at halftime once again, 14-3, still winning inside the 4th quarter, and they're winning this game as well, 21-16. Are the Chiefs about to get swept by Lamar Jackson? What is happening right now? I guess if it's any quarterback that can come back from a 3-0 deficit, it is Patrick Mahomes. The Baltimore Ravens are winning by 14 entering the 4th quarter, scored another touchdown, and the Chiefs do end up getting swept by the Ravens. Once again, I could have not have seen that in a million years. But Patrick Mahomes loses every single game to Lamar Jackson. The 2-time MVP finally gets over that hump, and he is going to the Super Bowl to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are winning against the Ravens by 10 points now, end up scoring a field goal, and they'll win this game of 27-14. I swear, if they end up sweeping or only losing 1 game to the Ravens, that's going to be absolutely crazy. They've been dominant this whole entire playoff time. It's a lot closer in game 2, and it goes all the way down to the Ravens being up by only 3 points with 16 seconds left, and the Eagles are in field goal range. Let's hop in and see if they make the field goal. I think it's about a 40-yard field goal from here. It is up, and it is good. They're going into overtime in the 2nd game. Ravens have the ball first. They go down and score a touchdown, so the Philadelphia Eagles need to do the same thing, and they do. Let's see if the Ravens can respond, and they cannot. So all the Eagles need to do is score now, and they will win the game, but they can't. Neither of these teams honestly want to score, but it's the Philadelphia Eagles that score next, so they are up in the series 2-0 now. Game 3 in Baltimore, entering the 4th quarter, the Eagles are winning once again and score another touchdown, but the Eagles score right back, hold up, and then they can't score again. The Eagles win again. Ravens, I'm just asking y'all to make it entertaining, please. I don't even care if the Eagles win it all. Just please win more than 1 game. Halftime, the Eagles are winning 3-0. The Ravens score a touchdown, but so do the Eagles. They're kind of going back and forth now. It's very close entering the 4th quarter, and the Philadelphia Eagles end up winning this game too, and they sweep the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl series. I hate to see it not coming down closer, or at least a different Super Bowl champion, but you have to give it up to them. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.